Hello everyone, so it is Monday, and after a failed attempt yesterday to go get a tree out of our backyard, my wife sent me out to the store to buy one in my little mini Toyota Prius here, and I said, I don't think this is gonna work. There's not much room in this car. She said, I want you to try it, pick one up on the way home. So I did, and you know what? Picking off little pine needles for me. There's a lot of room in this car. I mean, I folded the back seats down, and I probably got a 6-foot tree in here. Just the stump hanging up next to my arm. So time to take this home. We got a tree.
And we'll do some carrots. I like the blue. Wait, no, I like that. I like the one that's pink.
Well, first I want all the colors.
Oh!
Is that all? That's just...
Hello everyone, it is Friday, 2:33 p.m. We had a holiday party at work, so I got to get off early, which was a perfect day for that to happen because we got some stuff going on at home that happened while I was at work. I need to come home back to. So we are pretty new to septic systems. We've only had one since June, June, whenever we moved in here. And so we had the dishwasher, my wife had the dishwasher running, and the clothes washer running, and who knows what else. And septic actually started to back up. The water was too much water going down at one time, and some of the drains had poop water coming back up in there, brown water. So another thing that occurred, so if you've ever looked online and had somebody tell you on the internet that mobile homes are built just as well as conventional housing, that is a straight up lie. That is so not true. So let me show you the other thing that happened. So that is our front door. It is mounted in what appears to be equivalent of like particle board. So the frame of the security front door is particle board, secured by these tiny little screws into that board. So my wife opened the door today, and the screws just ripped right out of that particle board, and so the front door now needs to be secured. Got my shelving unit put up the other night. Keeps my tools off the ground. The moisture is coming through, I believe, the garage floor and causing some things that are on the ground to get really wet. Some things that aren't even touching the ground but are close to it seem to be gathering condensation on them and getting wet as well. So I think as the ground is cooling and then the outdoor air is heating up, hitting above freezing temperature, some of that water is thawing out from the ground and then causing a high humidity in the air, which is gathering on cold metal objects. And that worries me because I don't want things to be rusting in here, but I don't have the money to put down a concrete floor either. So I went ahead and put this shelf up to get some of the tools off the ground. And for this door project, I'm gonna make sure to do things absolutely up to par, you know, top notch. No. I'm just gonna put the screws back in, try to find a little bit longer screws than what we had in there, and add some Gorilla Glue to the end of the screws when they go in so they can securely fasten into that particle board, because really the best thing to do is either rip that whole door out and replace it, which I would like to eventually do, or put just a piece of wood over there, pull that side of the frame out, put a new piece of wood in, then reinstall the door. Also don't have the pieces for that, and that's a lot more labor than I want to get into right now. So I'm just going to glue the screws back in with some Gorilla Glue, and hopefully that holds. So I found a couple of these screws in my parts piles here. They are a little bit longer than the originals, and they're rust free, so I don't have to worry about them snapping in half. So like I said, I'm just going to put a little bit of Gorilla Glue on there and secure them back into the door. Go ahead and cut it. Yeah, there was pretty much no tread left in those holes at all, so hopefully that glue will expand, lock those screws in, and hold that door in place. It's just a bottom bracket, so it shouldn't have too much stress on it when opening and shutting, but well, time will tell. Hello everyone, it is Sunday once again, and we were running low on cereal this morning, so we had to go out and get some breakfast at McDonald's. Don't tell Joel. But we've also got our car loaded down with presents. Grandma and Grandpa have a hard time getting out and don't really know what our kids like, so they let us go shopping on their behalf. So we've got wrap gifts that we're going to run by their house today after church. We haven't asked them yet, so hopefully they're home and can be there for us to take them in. And speaking of kids, we have to talk to these guys. We have an announcement to make to them. Can you guys hear me back there?
Yeah.
So, wanted to tell you guys something we haven't told you right away, but you guys are gonna have a new brother or sister.
I knew it.
You knew it?
Hey, yeah. I asked Mom. She was ignoring me.
Yeah, Robbie was asking too. Did you know it, Robbie?
I wasn't sure.
You guys excited?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we don't know girl or boy yet, it's too early to tell, but we found out, I don't know, how many weeks ago now? In October. October? We found out in October. Alright, so we've known for a little while. But there's the secret. Yay! The doctor always checks, but we don't find out. We haven't found out the last couple kids. But we were trying to decide. So this is what me and Mommy were trying to think about. Do we want to find out, like, at all? Like, just go completely blind into it like we have done the last couple times?
Then keep left at the fork to stay on exit 101.
Or do we want to, like, let her write it down on a card or something and just let Robbie know? And then Robbie can do like a gender reveal for our YouTube channel. You guys are like, nobody's asking the question. I know you want to ask the question.
What?
You want to ask the question. Don't you want to know what a gender reveal is? Do you even know what it is?
I know what it is. They did it on the Duggar show.
There you go. So what is it?
They play a bunch of games where boys and girls face each other, and then if the boys win, and then they get to pull the string, and then it chooses which one it is.
That's just what they did.
That's one way to do it, yeah. To reveal which way it is. Another way they did it is they like had this thing out in the yard filled with stuff, and they shot it with a gun, and when it exploded, all the colored paint came out that was either pink or blue. So that's it. I mean, there's multiple ways you could do it. You could even dye a cake blue or pink and then put white icing on top so nobody knows what's underneath until they cut the cake. There's lots of ways to do it. So that was one thing we were talking about. Do we want to like not know the whole time again? Or do we want to let just somebody like Robbie know and keep it a secret from us while he does this gender reveal planning thing?
Wouldn't you know too?
No, I'd have the doctor write it on a card and just give it to Robbie.
Oh. Okay.
What do you think, Robbie? Would you do it?
No.
You don't know?
Probably.
Probably. Maybe Lathan needs to be the gender reveal person then.
I'll do it.
You'll do it?
You'll do it. You mean you'll do it so I don't get to do it?
How should we skate then?
Oh, you mean when she's delivering?
What?
You mean when Mommy's delivering?
When Mommy's having a baby, whose house do you stay at?
We have no idea. We haven't worked all that out yet. So, baby's due June 20th, which is the same birth date as Eden?
So they'll have the
Eden.
same birthday? Maybe.
Well, maybe. If the baby comes on the due date, that'll be the same birth date as Eden, who is the last baby that we just had. 18 months ago.
That would just be weird.
Uh-huh.
What?
1 year apart and they have the birthday on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
No, 2 years apart.
Oh, wow, yeah.
They'll be 2 years apart by June.
Oh, right.
Maybe
The
two.
one baby's not born yet. Okay.
So she'll be 24 months older.
you new inside. If you're weak, he is your strength. He's everything to you. If you're sinful, he is your savior.